Good evening. Have you ever felt you're trying your hardest but getting nowhere? Like you're doing everything right, but still not seeing any results? What if I told you that feeling isn't a sign to stop? It's actually the moment you should push the hardest. Am I right? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. knew exactly how that felt. He didn't always see immediate results. His efforts didn't always seem to make a difference, but he kept going because he understood that progress isn't always visible at first. And just as Dr. King found strength in his faith, so too can we find strength in God when the road feels impossible. Dr. King once said, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward." And that's where the power of perseverance lies. No matter the struggle, you have to keep moving forward. Let me take you back time where I felt like I was moving forward at all. I remember last year when I was preparing for a big math exam. I studied for weeks, reviewing notes, practicing problems late at night. But when I sat down to take that exam, the questions looked like a foreign language. I froze, and I wondered, what if all my work was for nothing? In that moment, I turned to God. I prayed for strength and clarity. And I reminded myself that even when things seem impossible, God gives us strength to keep going. When we lean on faith, we find the courage to rise above the obstacles in our path. So I took a deep breath, focused, and kept moving forward, even though it felt tough. When I got my test back, although I didn't get an A, but I improved significantly. And that improvement, that was progress. It was proof that persistence and faith truly pays off. That experience reminded me of Dr. King's words. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Progress can seem invisible at times, but it's happening. When Dr. King marched for freedom, when he spoke out against injustice, he didn't see a change overnight. But every step, every march, every word he spoke was progress, even if he didn't look like it at the time. Nelson Mandela said, "It always seems impossible until it's done." Dr. King knew this truth too. Progress seems impossible when you're in the middle of it, but that's when your perseverance matters the most. Sometimes we face challenges where everything feels like it's falling apart. And when progress seems crippled, it's easy to give up. But it's in those moments that we learn about ourselves and about God's strength working through us. Dr. King didn't give up. He kept going, even when the path ahead seemed dark and uncertain. That's why he's remembered not just for his dream, but for his ability to push forward and moving, even when it feels like we're crawling. And that's how we grow, through struggle, through perseverance, through pushing forward when nothing seems to be happening. Because, as Dr. King said, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. Every small step, every struggle, every challenge bends us closer to our goal. So, if you ever find yourself in a place where progress feels crippled, remember this: you are stronger than you think. You are capable of more than you realize. And you can keep moving forward just like Dr. King did. When the world tells you to stop, know that God is with you, giving you the strength to keep going. Thank you.
All right, now we'll be having speeches from our lower middle division. But before y'all do that, I'm just here to remind y'all we have QR codes literally everywhere. Well, one's right here, right there. Yeah. So we got a lot of QR codes in order to share the program and what's going on. And yeah. And also TNBC TV is how you can share the program today.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Landon Tobias Christopher, and tonight I want to talk to you about why it is important to keep going even when progress seems to be crippled. Sometimes when we try to make things better, it feels like nothing is changing. It can be frustrating to work hard and not see quick results. But history shows us that progress takes time, and we must keep going even when things seem difficult. Life isn't always easy. Sometimes things don't go the way we want them to. Maybe you studied hard for a test, but still didn't get the grade you wanted. Maybe you practiced for a big game, but when the time came, you made a mistake. It's disappointing, but we can't let failure stop us. The truth is, we can't change the past, but we can learn from our mistakes and keep moving forward. When we face hard times, we have two choices: give up or keep trying. The people who succeed are the ones who never give up. For example, when I first started playing basketball, I wasn't very good. One day during a game, I missed a shot. I felt embarrassed and upset, and I wanted to quit. But instead of giving up, I decided to practice more. I worked on my shooting and learned from my mistakes. The next time I played, I avoided making the same mistake, and I improved. If I had quit, I would have never gotten better. This happens in life too. Every time we fail, we have a chance to learn, grow, and improve. Mistakes aren't bad. They are lessons that help us do better next time. Even great leaders face challenges. Think about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. When he gave his famous I Have a Dream speech in 1963, he stood in front of thousands of people of different races. He knew that many people didn't support his message. He had already been treated badly for standing up for what was right, but he didn't let fear stop him. He kept going, and because of his courage and determination, he helped change the world. The road to success is not always smooth. There will be obstacles, and sometimes we will fail, but failure is not the end. It's just part of the journey. Even the Bible reminds us to keep going. Galatians 6:9 says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." This means that even when things seem hard, we should keep trying, because in the end, our hard work will pay off. God doesn't want us to quit. He wants us to keep pushing forward, trusting that better days are ahead. In conclusion, if you ever feel like giving up, remember this: mistakes are lessons. Failure is not the end. Every challenge makes you stronger. The key to success is not never failing. It's never giving up. No matter what happens, keep going, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself. Thank you.
All right, now we'll have presentations from our upper elementary division. And you can also view this on the Facebook page, and TNBC TV page, TNBC TV. Share it on TNBC TV. Sorry about that.
Good evening, church. My name is Paris Johnson, and I'm in the 5th grade attending W.T. Moore Elementary. Why is it important to keep going even when progress seems to be crippled?